Hello and welcome to this edition of the Sports Detective Show on YouTube. My name is James Williams, and today we are talking about toilets and we are talking about BS and things that need to be flushed out of them and the people that are leaving their BS in toilets. Yes, we are talking about the New York Jets because yesterday, Monday morning, it was basically the end of the season media interviews where all of the Jets players and coaches had they said their postseason or after season, whatever you want to call it, um, session with the media where they got asked a bunch of questions. And Aaron Rodgers had a very interesting quote that a lot of people were basically taking and tearing it apart in all different ways. This is the Aaron Rodgers quote. We'll read this tweet here from Rich Simini. Hopefully, I pronounced that right. Aaron Rodgers offers a candid take on what the Jets need to do to turn it around, flush the bowl snot. That's what we'll say, meaning eliminate everything that is not directly involved in winning. So, a lot of people had a lot of fun talking about this quote from Aaron Rodgers. Now, if you do kind of go through the whole kind of transcript of Aaron here. He did say a lot of the, quote unquote, right things, talked about winning a championship, getting better, things like that. People playing together as a team, all kind of the right stuff that a leader says. But it's the little quotes like this that drive people crazy about Aaron. And the reason it drives people crazy about Aaron is because when we're doing our toilet analogy earlier and you're talking about flushing the bowl snot, Aaron was sneezing a lot of that bull snot into the toilet, and you can even make an argument he was sneezing the majority of the bull snot into the toilet. There's the whole thing this year where, I mean, he goes on a national radio talk show every single week for an hour, and lets his opinions be heard, where he talks about UFOs. He accused Jimmy Kimmel of being involved in the Epstein, sex ring like last week. He had this whole thing earlier this year where he was basically teasing, hey, am I going to come back? Am I not going to come back? Now, again, there's so many things wrong with the New York Jets where you go to the ownership. The coaching seemed like it was very much a disaster in a lot of ways this year. The roster construction where they didn't have an offensive line and they were unable to really get a functional quarterback after Aaron got hurt. Um, so there's a lot of problems with the Jets too, and I know they're. This is where I'll side with Aaron a little bit. There was probably a lot of drama going on in the locker room with the team that didn't necessarily involve Aaron at all. And if Aaron was more maybe there day to day, being the quarterback, maybe he would be able to kind of squash that a little bit more. And into Aaron's defense too, when you talk about flushing, and not basically the idea of his quote is like, hey, don't pay attention to the outside noise. Like basically don't pay attention. Basically be focused on winning is basically what Aaron's saying here. With that being said, when Aaron goes out and he makes quotes like he did last week, when he makes quotes like he's gonna, I'm recording this before his appearance on Pat McAfee on Tuesday, so he's gonna have some sort of response to Jimmy Kimmel. We have no idea what he's gonna say. Is it gonna be an apology? Is it gonna be a strike back? Because Jimmy Kimmel went on his show and basically did a whole kind of teardown of Aaron Rodgers in a 7-minute like monologue. Um, so we don't know, but to Aaron's defense, Aaron isn't bothered by what he says or what he does outside of football. Whether he talks about his recreational, psychedelic, hallucinogenic, whatever you want to categorize that, drug use, that stuff doesn't affect him on the football field. The only thing where Aaron, I think, is a little bit wrong here with some of this stuff. Now again, there's different ways you can do it. You can show people your personality, but sometimes, especially during the season, if you're just saying just like random things about your beliefs or things like that, that basically draw attention away from football and winning, again, it doesn't draw you away, but your teammates aren't you. Your teammates aren't you. Your teammates aren't in their, like Aaron, I think is 40 now. Most of your teammates are in their mid to late 20s. They're all online, they're all on social media. And it's harder for them to just simply ignore the bowl snot, all the stuff that's in the toilet. Now, I agree with Aaron's messaging here, but Aaron is maybe the wrong messenger when it comes to this stuff. And I think that's basically the synopsis here. He's the wrong messenger for this message. Um, we'll see. Aaron's probably going to make news, I'd say at least 10 more times before next season. He is a little bit of an attention whore. I will say that about Aaron. He's a little bit of an attention whore. He loves people talking about him, and he loves to spotlight him, good or bad. I think he loves to be hate, and I think he loves to be loved. Um, so there you have it, guys. What do you think about Aaron's comments here? Um, let me know in the comments. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you like content like this, if you like sports talk, NBA, NFL, college basketball, college football, you name it, you like that talk, hit that subscribe button. Maybe explore the channel page a little bit more if you want to explore more of my videos. Doing this a few years now. We're just now starting to put clips like this in different types of interviews on YouTube. So it would really help if you support the show in that way by subscribing and hitting that like button. Thank you very much for watching. Peace out.